16 years ago today, 4 U.S. commercial jets were hijacked by al-Qaeda terrorists. 2 of them slamming into New York's World Trade Center towers, one striking the Pentagon and the other crashing in Pennsylvania, altogether killing almost 3,000 people and creating a new world for a new century, the global age of terror that we are still grappling with. 9/11 was, first and foremost, an American tragedy, but its repercussions were felt far and wide, including here in Israel, which even before that date regarded itself as an early front line in the battle against radical Islamist extremism. Our correspondent Jordana Miller was at today's official 9/11 ceremony at the memorial just outside Jerusalem. And among those she spoke with there was U.S. Ambassador to Israel, David Friedman.
The Star-Spangled Banner rang out from the hills of Jerusalem as Americans and Israelis grieved together, laying wreaths to honor the nearly 3,000 lives lost on that crystal clear blue September morning that gave no hint of what was to come, no hint of the tragedy and trauma of a nation that would darken the skies.
On September 11th, 2001, the United States, in a very real and profound way, became the State of Israel. It was attacked by a hateful and barbaric enemy, obsessed by a culture of death and destruction. It became hated and hunted.
Inaugurated in 2011, the KKL Jewish National Fund built this 9/11 Living Memorial Plaza. The ceremony here each year draws American police officers and emergency workers, students, and politicians.
In this ceremony, we're so grateful to the relationship and the friendship that the United States has with Israel. And it, I think, just exemplifies the values and the bond that both the United States, Iowa, and Israel share. And I think it sends a strong statement to the world that we will survive and we will continue to fight every day for the freedom, the liberties, and the equality that we believe are the very values of our country and yours.
The bronze memorial statue is an American flag whirling up to the sky like a flame. At its base, an original steel relic of the Twin Towers sent by then Mayor Mike Bloomberg. What stands out about this memorial to the 9/11 victims is that it is the only one outside of the United States where you can find each and every name of the nearly 3,000 victims engraved on the stone tablets behind me. That includes more than 2,500 civilians and more than nearly 500 police officers, fire workers, emergency workers who rushed into the buildings to try to save lives. Also here, the names of 5 Israelis. The families of the victims, 16 years has brought little relief. Abraham Rosenthal lost his 42-year-old son, Josh.
He was the vice president of a company called Fiduciary Trust, which was in the second tower on the 92nd floor, and that was one of the reasons that he was killed.
For some, it has taken years just to learn how to manage the pain. Wendy Warg's brother, Paul Freeman, died when the towers came tumbling down.
It took me 7 years to say that my brother died. I couldn't get the words out. I just try to put one foot in front of the other. I have a child, I have a husband, I have some career. I had to try to go on, but it took me many years.
As it is said here for the deceased, Zichronam Levacha, may their memory be a blessing. Jordana Miller, I-24 News, Jerusalem.